Hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear me now. Yeah, I was trying to set up my stream with my actual camera. It didn't want to use my actual camera. I tried setting up my stream with my microphone so that the sound might be a little bit crisper. Guess it didn't want to use my microphone either. So here we are. Here we are. Well, today was the second rehearsals. I'll just start off by saying that I do normally come a little bit earlier for Eurovision, and yeah, I normally come a little bit earlier, but the fact is that I felt in years past I got a little bit too much in my head. I don't know if I should say in my head, but just watching the rehearsals over and over again, then I felt like I started nitpicking in a way where it was like, I think I'm kind of just getting sick of the songs. Not sick of them, but some of them lost their impact. They kind of lost that initial glow, and I really didn't want to have that happen this year, especially because I think that there are a lot of really, really strong songs this year. So again, this is my first day here in the press center. I'm really excited. I'm excited to hang out. I'm actually going to go on a pub crawl tonight, I think, because it's really important to experience, the city, because that's one thing I love about Eurovision. Eurovision really isn't just about the acts and the artists, which is important, but I do think it is also a unique opportunity for us to kind of experience another country, experience their culture, and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna go in order. I'm going to go in order of the rehearsals today, and we'll talk about them. So if anyone was going to send me any questions, try not to ask me any questions right now, because I'm just going to go through each act and then we can talk at the end. But I feel like we kind of normally set things up that way anyways. Okay, so let's start about Cyprus. What's up with Tamata's vocals? Let me just say, before coming here today, the only things that I was able to see of the rehearsals was the clips that Vision shows online. And so I was kind of putting a little bit of faith into some of the other press to kind of report back. So I did go on Twitter. I didn't really watch anyone's reaction videos, except for honestly Wee Wee blogs. I watched their reactions to the rehearsals. Flag about Cyprus the last time when I just saw the Eurovision picked out clip. I will say I had the opportunity to sit down with Tamata today. It was a long wait, but I was really happy to get to sit down and actually speak with her. And they had a couple of issues with the in-ears. And my biggest thing is in-ears can be a powerful thing. But if you know what you're singing, you just go on and kind of sing it. Here's the issue. There is something happening with that sound mixing. And we've seen issues with sound mixing before in the past. We have. Hold up. My light went out. I gotta have my light. A girl has to have her light. Yeah. There we go. I'm gotta have my light. Yeah, so some people I'm seeing, it says lagging. Honestly, I'm on the press center Wi-Fi, so I can't control that. Unfortunately. Can you guys still hear me? Yes, Will, this is my first stream from Tel Aviv because I just arrived. This is my first full day. Yeah, I'm on any Wi-Fi? Nope, I can't. Okay. Well, at any rate, let's actually get into my review of Cyprus. Okay, I love the styling. I think the styling is current. It looks good. I like the fact that the outfit is a look. Someone in the press conference for Tamata compared her styling to Madonna, and to be honest, I don't even know if that's even really a compliment, because I can't remember the last time Madonna was actually on stage and truly stylish. And that's not shade. That's just true tea, real tea. But with Cyprus, I think what's happening is really the sound mixing has to be fixed. And that's not really even anything that I think is on the country or even on Tamata. That's really on the Eurovision production team to make sure that they are truly blending those vocals, because we do have backing vocals singing with her and we have harmonies. this song, unlike Fuego, actually has real vocal, and yes, it's a banger, it's a club banger, but I think, Tamta is a strong singer. I don't think that that's something that we have to be worried about, is her vocal. But she does need to hear herself, and she needs to be blended with the people that she's supposed to be singing with. But I will say that the vocal, the first run, was throwing me, but apparently she couldn't hear herself. So here we are. Let's go back to the styling for Cyprus a little bit, because I really like the styling. I do feel like they did see that Maruv wasn't coming, and so it was like, oh, okay, we can like pick up and do some like cute boots and like leather. Yeah, I really like the styling. I think she looks professional, and she looks like she belongs on a stage, and she almost kind of looks like she could be an interval act as opposed to one of the participants. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then actually, I want to say there was like a joyfulness about her performance, which I think with Fuego, it was very sexy and dramatic and everything. But with hers, there is a lightness to the performance. It really isn't that dark. It's pretty bright. And the only thing dark are the dancers. So, she does have some dancers with her. There are 4 male dancers. And I was a little bit surprised that they were just kind of blacked out. I mean, the dancers are really more silhouetted. This performance really is about Tamta. But I think she does have good dancers. And she's got some good-looking dancers. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing some of those good-looking dancers every so often. Just saying. Just saying. Hey, Fadi from the Netherlands. Nashtara says, R.I.P. Maruv. I know. Matthew Don says, I'm not worried about Tamta. They will sort out the problems. And I absolutely agree. I think any issues you see with a Cyprus performance is going to be fixed. It's going to be fixed. Other countries have a little bit more to worry about. What else? Also, they're doing this thing where they're saying replay as opposed to replay. And I kind of like the replay. So yeah, some people are asking me about Greece's rehearsal. Greece did not rehearse today, and I have not seen them perform. So in person, so I'm not going to comment on them. So we're going to move on to, so someone says, and Timo, today is the day Mahmoud will burn the stage. He's not rehearsing today, so he won't be burning anybody's stage today. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to go in order. So some people are asking me about other countries, but I'm going to go in order of what we have. So next up, we have Montenegro today. First of all, I just want to start off talking about Montenegro and say that when people and some of these press people and some of these bloggers, I don't know, go like, oh, well, their harmonies are so great. Okay, they're in a singing group. Them having their harmonies on point is a given. It's a requirement. So I'm not going to give you like brownie points for doing what you're supposed to be doing. I don't think that that's fair. I don't really think that makes even any sense. And the harmonies, sure, like I didn't hear any bum notes. So that's a blessing, because in their national performance, we heard bum notes. The styling is terrible. It's dated. And the thing is, the styling looks old. And we have these young performers. Like, honestly, they would probably be better off in their regular clothes. And I mean that true tea all day. By all means, Montenegro would probably look better if they were just in their regular street clothes. What else? Will Holston. Only people who are, okay, wait. War W. Montenegro is awful. Miss Papas says, R.I.P. Montenegro. Matthew Don says, I feel bad for Montenegro. OMG, the song is actually secretly cute, but the performance is appalling. You're absolutely right. It's just the staging is not good. Also, I would say it's weird because you have some of them on stage where they're really hype, they're selling it, and I think that that's good. But then some of the rest of them are not matching that energy, so then it kind of makes the people who are hype look crazy. And, these are your bandmates. Let's not make our bandmates look bad. Like, come on, y'all. I mean, for real. I thought it was really, really unfortunate that was kind of happening. So either y'all are going to be hype or, be chill. Like, but you kind of can't have like a whole bunch of people being hype on stage and then some of the people on stage not being hype. And I'm talking about Montenegro. So I'm going to need them to keep that same energy. Also, I have to note that the girl who in the national selection did the whole thing, she is extremely distracting. She has this ponytail happening, and that's not the right look. Maybe she just had her hair in a ponytail for today because it was rehearsal, but the ponytail was distracting. So I hope she puts her hair down. It was just distracting. Will Holson, I was telling that D-Mol sent 2 members only to certain pre-parties. The song is the same with 2 or 6 singers. Yeah. I mean, look, I think some of them are good vocalists. I actually love the girl with the brown hair. I think Montenegro should just figure out what song she's going to sing next year. I think she's cute. I think she looks good on camera. She sounds great. But this staging is a mess. The styling is a mess. And they're really not doing anything to help themselves because the song itself, the song isn't bad, but it is not one of the strongest songs this year by any means. Okay, let's move on to Finland. Look, I understand that some of y'all really aren't into Finland, but it looked professional. Finland looked sleek. Finland looked sleek. It is a proper dance track, and I think the audience is really, really going to be into it. So when they have like their crowd shots, it's going to look good. I think Finland, although I was kind of like, okay, Finland's maybe borderline, I think they've got an edge because the staging looks really, really good. So Tessa asked, what about Sebastian's jeans? I'm glad you asked. So I'm not sold on the jean leather denim combo ombre effect. I don't really know what that is, but I think that's kind of what they're going for. The one thing I will say is at least it's different and he's just not on stage with like plain jeans. So I did appreciate the fact that they're at least trying to have a look, because at the end of the day, this is a show and I don't really want to see people on stage in like regular clothes. So I like that they kind of are doing a twist on it. Again, the ombre effect on the jeans. I don't know about that for Finland. Let's talk about the vocals. Sebastian's vocal for Finland. It was amazing. It was really, really good. He sounded great. I mean, there was no bum notes. He was mixing it up a little bit, trying like some runs here and there. The ad-libs were on point. I thought they were very promising. I think once he figures out what he wants to do. Alina says, I'm not going to mess up your last name. I think that the view on Finland's performance will change once the family shows start because of there being more people in the audience. I couldn't agree more. Honestly, Finland, I know, was borderline for a lot of people before, but me watching this rehearsal and seeing the stage show, hearing the vocal that I heard, it's good. It's very, very good and definitely underrated at this point, but I expect to see Finland at least climbing a little bit in the odds because it sounded and looked amazing and super professional. Dennis says, if they didn't qualify with Blackbird, you think they will qualify with this? Absolutely, because I told y'all I didn't think Blackbird was going to qualify that year, so I was right then. And with this one, I'm not sure if it's going to qualify. I think it's still borderline, but I feel more confident about it now. Also, just to note, the swimming dancer, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The graphics look great. I mean, the way that they are utilizing the graphics, it looks amazing. Some people are asking me about Conan. I'm not going to talk about Portugal yet. Y'all got to wait. So next up, we have Poland. I'm just going to say that I actually got a little bit teary-eyed watching Poland. And I got teary-eyed because it was so good. The way that they sounded was so clean, so powerful. They looked beautiful. The styling for Poland, for me, is maybe one of the best like stylings I've seen. They sound exactly like the track. They sound exactly like the track. Hey, Nacho. Lucas says Blackbird is the best Eurovision song ever, but whatever. I mean, it could be the best Eurovision song, whatever, to you, but I didn't think that it was going to qualify, and then it didn't. So, what are you going to do? And honestly, going back to talking about Poland, this is really what I kind of come to Eurovision for. I want to hear these ethnic songs, and I want to hear countries kind of sing songs that do represent them. And Poland is really doing that this year. And again, they're doing it with beautiful styling, flawless vocals, and they're using a turntable. And I just want to say, this is how you use a turntable. I mean, they're really doing it. I don't know if this is for sure going to qualify. I don't know, but I do like it, and I think it is very, very good. Michael Santos says, I love Poland's entries, tend to be mostly great entries. Raven, did they spin like in the first rehearsals? Yeah, they had like a turntable, and then when they came off the turntable, they had some nice coordinated, meaningful movement that I appreciate. That I love meaningful movement. Like sometimes, no, you don't need choreography, but you need to know where your hands are gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Deep says Monsters was much better, but they came in the bottom in the final. I know, and I thought that was a crime. That made absolutely no sense to me. Yeah, but again, I have to say about Poland, I actually got a little bit teary-eyed watching it because it was just so good. The colors and them sounding so strong. I mean, I say kind of my critiques on like message songs, like that I just feel like sometimes it's so literal. It's like beating you over the head with a message. To me, Poland's entry is like celebrating women without it being like, well, girl. Not that but y'all know I love Proud, so that's no shade. But really, I think Poland's entry is celebrating women without having to do a message song that's saying, rise up, girls, come and do this. Like, it's just celebrating women by being there. Chris Kotterish, Carantes, Barbadex Award for Poland? No way, they look good. Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Miss Papa says, are we going to have 2 turntables this year? No, Germany dropped the turntable, but I haven't seen it. Let's talk about Slovenia, which I had the opportunity of sitting down with Zala and Gasper. It was a great interview. I love talking to them. They're so cute. They're so nice. Slovenia, they're keeping it simple. It's straightforward. It's clean, and it's still melodic. And I think them playing it, like not doing too much and not switching up from their national final is going to work to their advantage. At the end of the day, I don't know if Europe is really going to be able to latch on to this song, but from my perspective, this is one of the freshest, most current tracks that we have in the competition this year. I mean, this is the music that people are listening to. This music comes on the radio. This music is playing at festivals. So I feel like that should be rewarded. And I think, yeah, point blank, they were very, very good. Aline Salem says, what about Malta? I can't talk about Malta because they did not rehearse today. So I'm talking about the countries that did rehearse today. Pedro says, amazing song, Slovenia too. You're transported to the middle of space. You absolutely are. Will Holston, Slovenia, their staging is gorgeous. I totally agree. Demi says, what do you expect for Greece tomorrow? What do I expect for Greece tomorrow? Perfection and professionalism. I'm honestly, professionalism. I'm hopeful. Isabel said, Mahmoud landed in Tel Aviv. Woohoo! Jay Bates says, I'm still worried it won't be high impact enough. And I hear you on that. And I think that's my concern. I think you really have to like this song. You definitely have to like Slovenia's track to get into it. But at the end of the day, I know you guys love it when I say at the end of the day, this is one of the most current 2019 sounding tracks we have in the competition. And because of that, I am hoping that it will be able to make it through. Okay, let's move on to Czech Republic. This is going to be short because we didn't get Czech Republic here in the press center. We didn't get it. So yeah, someone is asking, hierarchy, everyone tells that Eliot improved a lot at second rehearsal. Also my opinion. Well, I think I will get to Belgium pretty soon, so just hang tight. So let me say Czech Republic, yeah, I can't really comment on that because we didn't see it. Hungary. Okay. Hungary is just, to me, my issue with Hungary is, thank you, Michael Santos. Thank you so much. I just want to say Michael Santos just gave me some money. I really appreciate it. Y'all know that like I have like a full-time job. Like Eurovision is not my job. So truly this is my hobby and I do it because I love it. So when y'all want to give me money for it, it only helps me to like get better equipment. I just put it into like my equipment and stuff, honestly. So let's talk about Hungary. Yeah. So they have random photos of men in the back that are not his dad. And I think that is not the right move. And maybe they were trying not to be accused of like biting off of Germany staging from last year. But I mean, I think given what the meaning of the song is, the random dads don't make a lot of sense to me. I do actually think that Hungary is now in trouble. Yes, this is breaking news. I thought that Hungary was really a lock for the final, but right now I think they're in trouble. I just think that, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could go a little bit back to Czech Republic. Someone said that, Czech had great staging, but his moves are weird, to be honest. And thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, they said the moves are weird. I honestly kind of think him being kind of a little offbeat actually works to the quirkiness of the song. I mean, he clearly doesn't really have a lot of rhythm. I mean, let's be real, because he's dancing off beat to his own song. But I think that Czech Republic is going to be fine. But again, like I said, we couldn't see their rehearsal today because it just wasn't streamed out to the press center. But with Hungary, I mean, the vocal was good. It's straightforward, but they're not doing a lot. It's very low impact. And again, I just have to say this. This is a strong year, and I would need. So someone, War W, why Hungary is bad? It seems amazing. The thing is, Hungary is good. I think it's going to become forgettable. Jay Bates says, I thought Hungary was pretty, but isn't memorable to me. I still think it will qualify, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. And I'm in the same boat. I still really like the song. I really do. Thank you, Will. Thank you. Yes, I need all the equipment I can get. Yeah, I just really feel like Hungry. It's really good. It's a good song. I don't actually think the song is underrated. I think most people are saying that's going to sail to the final. But again, my perspective after seeing the rehearsal today, I am concerned for it. I would not be surprised if it did not make the final. Next up, let's talk about Belarus, because y'all know Belarus is in my bottom. It is. Someone asked Domino, did you like Greece? Greece did not rehearse today, so I cannot speak on Greece. Yeah, so Belarus. So first of all, I'm just going to remind y'all, she's a 16-year-old girl. And I'm not going to lie, the styling isn't completely age appropriate. I don't think she needs to be in some thigh-high boots. I really don't. I think she would be better off like cute in some sneakers. I actually really liked the styling that they had in the national final. I thought she looked cute. I thought she looked fresh. I thought she looked age appropriate in the styling that they're giving her right now, because she did switch up her styling from today from the other styling that she had. Honestly, both of those looks to me are not really age appropriate. It made me feel a little uncomfortable. Because it's like she's not a grown woman. Like, you're still young and fresh. And I really do feel, I don't know. Yeah, with Belarus, the other thing I'm going to say is a lot of people are like, oh, she can sing. With Love, she was pitchy. And this is just true tea, because we have to be honest. If we're going to improve, we need to get the truth. If you keep telling somebody, oh, you're so great, then they won't improve and they won't get better. The vocal is pretty nasal. Is it gonna like it? I mean, it's nasal. And she's pitchy. So she definitely needs to be mindful. I know that she's doing a lot on stage. I know she's dancing. But if sometimes, at the end of the day, we need that vocal to shine through. Dancing is an additive thing. It's additive. I love a show. But if you are struggling to hit your notes, oh, thank you, Naniki. Okay, you gotta write down the phonetical spelling, or like the phonetical way of pronouncing your name, because I would like to say it correctly. Yeah, so Chris says Zena's outfit was like a stained glass on fabric. Glad she changed it. I mean, I'm just not really a fan of either look because I just don't feel that they are age appropriate. I would love them to pare back the choreography so that she can properly support her vocal through her diaphragm, and she could stop singing through her nose because it sounds whiny. She's doing a lot of hip hop inspired like things, and I'm not really into that. It just seems like you're not that girl and you're kind of trying to come off like that girl, but it's not really working for me personally. And then in the lyrics in the song, I mean, come on, like the lyrics, like karma, like that's not what karma means. So it's like karma's not a spirit. Like I don't give me a sign, karma. No, karma is like what goes around comes around. So I don't like the lyrics are a little bit tricky for me. But newsflash, y'all, I actually think Belarus might qualify. The stage show is tight. Although I don't feel that it is age appropriate, you know, most people at home will probably just think that she's maybe 21 because she's styled like a 21-year-old. She's trying to give off this energy like I'm a grown woman. And she's doing it. So, yeah, I mean, y'all know I'm not like, the thing is, I like the song more. I don't know if it's in my bottom three anymore, honestly. So all of y'all that love Belarus and know that it was in my bottom three, I'm probably going to do a full ranking video. I'm going to pull out Belarus from my bottom because it's definitely not anymore. I was entertained. I thought the stage show was really colorful. And then we shifted from Belarus to Serbia. Yeah, let's shift to Serbia. She looks good. She sounds good. I'm actually concerned for it a little bit only because it does come after Belarus. So you've got this really poppy, upbeat kind of dancey number, and then we kind of bring the energy down. Although, I mean, Nevada, look, she looks good. She sounds good. I mean, were we thinking that she would look bad or sound bad? No. They have some nice augmented reality things happening with the staging. But I will say this, and this might be controversial. So Matthew Don, Serbia is 1,000% qualifying, mark my words. Here's the thing, Serbia may very well qualify. But in this year's competition, thinking about the songs and the forward thinkingness that we have from some of these entries, I don't know if Serbia is quite in that class. Because it's a little bit classic. You know what I mean? I don't even think it's dated because I don't think the song is dated by any means. But I do think it is a little bit classic. It's not current. It's definitely not like a current track. So yeah, Claudia is asking me about Spain. Spain did not rehearse today, so I won't be talking about them at all. All in all, with Serbia, it looked good. It sounded good, but I expected it to look good and sound good. So they're delivering. Let's talk about Belgium. So Domino, what about Belgium? So here we go. We're gonna talk about Belgium. His vocal tone is complicated because he's not hitting any bum notes, but his vocal tone is different. It's unique, and either you love it or you don't. And I wonder if people are gonna love it. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will. Eurovision in Ireland says, Eliot reminds me of Troye Sivan. Oh yeah, I could see that. And then someone says, Belgium is almost a sure non-qualifier at this point. And I'm not gonna lie, I have to agree. And I said in my predictions that I wanted Belgium to qualify. The staging, it's not bad, but it is not what I was expecting. And I think if I was staging it, I would be staging it totally different. I don't understand the drums. You have two people in the background that are banging on the drums, which we've seen before. Hungary did it, and actually Hungary did it better. Ireland also has some drummers too, and they did it better. At this point, I don't think Belgium is qualifying. I really, really don't. I like the styling. I will say that I like the styling. And I actually like Eliot's vocal tone. So I got it. You know, y'all know my biggest issues really are bum notes, people being sharp, flat, off key, and all around. And the thing is, and so someone says, Eliot sounded flat. The thing is, he really wasn't though. He might sound it because his vocal tone is different. It's unique. The trick with this is I really do love the song. I really, really, really do love Belgium's entry this year. But given what's kind of happening on stage, look, I might be willing to let it go and stay in the semi because, yeah. So John says, are you going to review all the entries now, or are you going along with the official ESC channel? I'm a little bit confused. I'm talking about the rehearsals today, so I'm actually going. I am giving my reactions to the rehearsals today. Hey, I see another Eurovision fan from DC. Hey, Toonie B. Always on top says Belgium will not go to the final, and I think you might be right on that. Niffler says, I find the chorus a bit lackluster, but that's just me. Yeah, I really like this song. Belgium song is one of my most listened to songs. But yeah. When Israel, well, Israel hasn't even rehearsed yet. I think they're rehearsing on Saturday, I think. So yeah, someone is asking me about Slovenia. I won't get there. And someone is asking about Georgia. And thank you for asking about Georgia, because that is what I am going to talk about next. Look, y'all know I'm not into this song for real, but I did not have it in my bottom 3 because I think the vocal is good. The vocal is strong. And I like the fact that this song takes us somewhere. This song is not flat. We do have a beginning, we have a middle, we have an end, and at the end there is a big finish. I would also say, seeing this staging from Georgia, we have a color story, which is something that a lot of countries don't do. I noticed they kind of keep the same graphics the whole time. Georgia goes from like these blues and then ends with this red fire. It's so good. Look, at the end of the day, Georgia is not one of my favorite songs. I do think that it should stay in the semi. However, it looked and sounded great. The staging was perfect. The staging was really, really good. Oh my God. I mean, the staging from Georgia was really good. Laser Wolf says Georgia might qualify. I don't agree with that. I don't think that Georgia's qualifying. I don't think that that's happening at all. But at least they look good. They look good and they sound good. And again, they have a color story. Y'all, you don't understand. Like, I want songs that tell us the story and take us on a journey. But the fact that they were subtle enough to have us go on the color story journey as well as the song heats up. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Someone's asking me about Australia. I am almost going to get there. So just give me a minute and I'm going to get into it. Let's talk about Iceland. Iceland's giving the same. They really haven't changed much. I know at one point they had a whip on stage, the guy in the background, but now we're back to the drum from the national final. I don't think it really matters. Whip, mallet to hit a drum. It's interesting because for me watching it now, it feels more sterile. And I think because the stage is bigger too, it's not like you're in a tight, sweaty BDSM club with like, you know, sweat driplets from other people and, you know, hair and leather and darkness. It's a little bit, you have a little bit more room to breathe. It's like you're at a BDSM convention, if you will, as opposed to like in the den of sin. So yeah, one person, Patrick, says Georgia has a credible entry, but that's about it, I think. Look, Georgia's entry is credible. It's not like a bad song. It really, really isn't. Now, do I think it's Eurovision competitive? No, not really. Like, to me, this is a song made for the semi and made for the national selection. But again, I thought staging was really, really good. How do I think the juries will respond to Iceland? To be honest, I really don't know. I do think Iceland is going to qualify, though. I do think that they will be in the final. Honestly, if it didn't qualify, I wouldn't be surprised just because it is so divisive. And I could see a lot of people at home kind of like, time and place, and the Eurovision stage, aka family show, is not really the time or place for hate will prevail and leather. Leather in a BDSM manner. So I can vibe to that. But again, I do think that they are going to qualify. But I will say Iceland has lost a bit of the impact for me. It's lost a bit of the impact. Locky says, Alesia, have you seen Australia? I was shook. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm going to talk about Australia next. It was breathtaking. And I'm going to say it right now. The fact that Australia is not top 5 in the betting odds right now shows you kind of how rigged they are a little bit, and favoritism is still playing into it. Australia needs to go up in the betting odds, and it needs to go up in the betting odds right now because, and look, now I was an early fan of Australia. I understand why some people were not. Again, I was an early fan of Australia's, and all they have done is elevated this number and transported it to outer space. It is amazing. People at home are going to be shook. Kate is going to sound amazing. My biggest thing for Kate, my biggest thing for Australia that I would say my takeaway is Australia needs to go up in the betting odds. If Azerbaijan could go from nowhere to top 5, I'm gonna need Australia to shift. I haven't seen the odds right now, but it needs to shift point blank because Australia's was absolutely amazing. So Tatiana says, hi from Portugal. What about Conan? I'm going to get to that later because Conan was the last person to perform today. But buckle up because I only have two more to go, and then we'll do a Q&A. So Estonia, I have a lot of comments about Estonia. Someone said that Australia is 10th in the odds. We need Australia to edge up a little bit more. Because real talk, it should be top 5 because it probably is going to end up finishing top 5. I don't know so far, but I've only seen the rehearsals from today. I haven't seen all the rehearsals, and I'm really curious to see Greece. I'm very, very curious to see Greece. Okay, let's talk about Estonia. So first of all, he's pushing his vocal, and so it sounds like he's straining. And the thing is, you have I think 3 backing vocalists. And so if you have 3 backing vocalists, let them do some work for you. You don't have to do all this work. It's cool. You can chill out a little bit, Victor Crone. Make your background vocalists do some of that work for you. I mean, if anything, maybe the Estonian delegation needs to talk to the Azerbaijan delegation, because Azerbaijan, not talking about them this year, but in the past, we know that Azerbaijan has masterfully blended the sounds to make sure that even when they had a weekly vocal, we didn't even really know because the background vocal was just, coming through and saving, and Victor's going to need some saving. I would also say that some of the ad-libs, I'm not sold on some of those ad-libs right now. I think I'm not sold on the ad-libs that Victor's doing. I know he's trying to mix it up. And it's some of these vocal choices. So on the first chorus, he, instead of doing a storm like this, on the first chorus, he's going, a storm like this. No, because if you start out like that, then we have nowhere to go. So they need to switch that. And then, mind you, it allows you to ease into it. It allows you to ease into it. Someone asked, are you enjoying Tel Aviv so far? Well, this is really my first full day. I arrived at 12 p.m. last night, went straight to my Airbnb and crashed. So I haven't really gotten to do that. Someone says, have you met Wee Wee Blogs? I've met them before. This is not my first rodeo. Hey. Cyan Water says Estonia won't qualify. Well, y'all know that I really dig kind of want Estonia in my final because I really like the song and I love the staging. But, you know, with the tricks that they're trying to set up and do, unfortunately, I'm getting flashbacks of Iceland 2016, where they had very elaborate staging at the national selection and they tried to replicate it. And unfortunately, it just kind of, it ended up just not working out. And to be honest, I hate saying that because, you know, the Estonian delegation and creative team aren't sat behind, you know, moving all the channels. You know, it really is the Eurovision production team. So I don't know what needs to be done to make sure that we get the effects rolling in the way that they need to, but they didn't, I mean, they weren't able to even successfully have a run through with the effect where he gets pre-recorded before. And that's so unfortunate. And for me, I'm kind of like, well, maybe we should just drop it. Maybe we should just drop it and have him sing. I would hate that because I love that effect and I thought it was really, really cool and innovative, but here we are. So Auntie says, did you have jet lag? No, not yet. I pretty much didn't sleep. Someone said, is Carlsberg sponsoring your video? They should. Stephen said he's struggling with that vocal. He is, and the thing is, I could tell that he was listening to himself and he was like, dang, I'm really not hitting these notes. But you know what you need to do? It means that you don't need to be going to any pre-parties. You don't need to be in Euro Club. You don't need to be at the beach. You don't need to be at the bar. You don't need to be anywhere but your hotel room, drinking some water, having some tea, and not talking to anybody. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Portugal. Let's talk about Portugal. And then after this, I will have gone through all the rehearsals, so then you guys can just ask me questions. Someone asked me, where are you from originally? I'm from America. That's where I'm from originally. So let's talk about Portugal. And then if you guys have questions, so just pause. Well, you don't have to pause. You can send me questions. You can keep commenting. But if you have any questions about any other countries, you should wait because I probably won't see them right now because I'm just going to talk about Portugal. So I'm going to say that I'm still in love with the entry because at the end of the day, we have a good song. To me, we have a good song. We have a current song. We have an innovative song. We have a song that is not dated. We have a song that stands out and most certainly belongs in the final. Point blank. War W says Portugal staging is bad. Did you see what's going to be on the TV? Are you War W? Are you in the press center? You can respond. Someone just asked me about Russia. They did not rehearse today, so I can't help you. And someone said Portugal is much about the lyrics. Yes, it's about the meaning of the song. And so again, I think with Portugal, we still have a song that deserves to be in the final. He really could have just got up on stage, stood in one place, and sang it. And I probably still would have been like, put it in the final because it's a really great song. Thank you, Black Widow. ESC Lover says, disappointed in Portugal. Okay. First of all, I'm going to say it again. I'm still in love with Portugal's entry. My love has not faded. I do miss the hand arrows. I miss those. I would like to bring that back. I'm fine with us not having the gold beard. I actually like the black metal beard. I'm into that. I like the green. I like the green. And some people are like, oh, it's Christmas. I'm like, or it's the Portuguese flag. That's what I was kind of thinking was a bit of the inspiration. I really like it. Someone said the Festival de Cansao performance is better. I don't really agree with that completely. I don't. I also will say that I think Conan as a performer feeds off a crowd. So I think, you know, when you're just rehearsing in a stage and it's just a blank arena with no energy from the crowd, not really effective. I think once Portugal is doing the shows and has a crowd, I think Conan is going to bring a different energy to the stage. Now, I'm going to tell you, y'all know I wanted bigger stairs. Y'all know I wanted bigger stairs. I still want bigger stairs. We have the opportunity to have augmented reality. We have none of this in the staging. Also, one thing I did like in the national final that I'm not getting in this is I liked in the national final when they had those tight camera angles and kind of flashes of Conan. Ugh, we need that back. We need that back. Someone said, how did his dancer seem? I know he's injured. His dancer, you can tell, is paring back from what they did in Festival de Cansao. But to be honest, him paring it back might make the performance a little bit more palatable for some folks at home. So maybe that was kind of a blessing in disguise. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but maybe a blessing in disguise. I like the dancing because to me, one thing that I love about Portugal is I feel like it's a song that when I listen to it, I just want to move. I just feel kind of like this ancestral being within my heart and soul that's just making me want to move. And I like the fact that the dancer on stage is embracing that and just kind of doing it to an extreme. But I think that that's kind of the point, and then it makes you kind of want to move. Miss Papa said, oh, wait. Oh, I might have missed your comment. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? So many comments, so many comments. We got to look at these performances from the perspective of someone who hasn't heard the songs a million times, i.e. us, and I worry about Portugal from that. I don't, because the first time I heard Portugal song, I loved it. And the more I listened to, the more I loved it. Someone said comment on Greece's staging. Greece did not perform today, so I cannot comment on their staging. They are going to rehearse tomorrow. So I mentioned all the countries. So now I'm just going to hop down in these comments and try and answer as many comments as I possibly can. But before I do that, I just want to say, because I always take a moment on these live streams just to thank everyone. I've got we have about 600 people here. I think when I glanced over, I mean, that's amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. It's really great to have support from all of you. I wouldn't be able to do all of this stuff if it weren't for you. And I'm not just saying that. I really, really do mean it. Okay, so someone said, will Portugal qualify? I do think it is borderline, but to me, I've said it before and I will say it again. If Portugal is not in the final, I'm going to have serious issues. Bojan asked about Serbia staging. I thought Serbia's staging was very thoughtful. I thought it was nice. I think Nevena looked good, sounded good. I do wonder if it's not going to be as impactful enough for people at home. But I do think the Serbian diaspora will put it in the final. And that's not to say that the song doesn't deserve to be in the final. But again, the song is not, it's not like doing anything innovative. It's not necessarily like a mainstream current track. It's definitely that classic Balkan ballad thing that we get from Balkan countries when they come to Eurovision. But she looks great. She sounds great. And I love the augmented reality that they're doing. Omer Cohen asked, do you think Georgia now has a chance to qualify? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It looked good. I mean, I love the staging, but I mean, we still have a song that I think a lot of people at home will not connect to, unfortunately. And it doesn't help that it's not in English, So I think it'll be a harder sell as well. But I love the staging. I love what Georgia is doing on the stage. I mean, it really, really is thoughtful. Someone said, was Tamta's vocal bad when you heard it? I wouldn't call it bad. It wasn't so much the vocal, it was the sound mixing. The balance was just off. It was like sometimes like the backing vocals were like as loud as Tamta, but like singing other things, not even singing the vocal. You know what I'm saying? So then it was like creating kind of this dissonance in a weird way. It was the sound mixing. I don't know what that was about. My personal winner, I'm going to say that, I'm going to assume that this is like my personal winner from today. Australia. Absolutely. Australia was my personal winner from today. So what else? Someone asked about Romania. I've not seen their rehearsal. Someone said, did you not watch the first rehearsal clips? I watched the clips, but the clips don't really mean anything. I need to be in person to see the full thing. Seeing a clip of a performance, they're going to choose like what they think is like the best piece out of there. You need to see an act holistically. So I'm not going to comment on anything that I haven't seen holistically. Who had the worst staging today? Mm, low-key, I might say Belgium, but that's probably not fair. It's just from my perspective, I just thought that they had a song with potential to do something really impactful. And and maybe it's just because I had something else in my mind that I thought that they would kind of do. Um, eh. Antonio asked, "Are you excited for Germany's performance?" I'm excited for all the performances. I'm just curious to see everything. Someone says Australia might take it all. I don't know if Australia will take it all, but do I think it has winner potential? When I first saw it and I reacted to the national selection performance, that's exactly what I said. Chris says, "Is Daffo going to join you?" She doesn't arrive until next week. TYC 007 says, "What do you think about Madonna at Eurovision this year?" It doesn't really mean anything to me. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, but I don't really come to Eurovision to see like, I come for the participants. That's who I'm looking forward to. I'm not necessarily looking forward to anybody's interval act, honestly. Domino said, "What about Tamta's dancers?" Well, the thing is, the dancers are all in silhouette. And the thing is, I just think that they could, if they wanted to, maybe show their faces a little bit because they are four good looking dudes. I mean, couldn't hurt. um, Dennis asks about, "What do you think about Romania's entry?" I think it's great, but I didn't see the staging for it, so I'm curious to see that. Someone asked like about Slovenia staging. Do I think that it works? I do think that it works. Yeah. Someone asked, "Do you have a Eurovision related website?" Stay tuned. Teasing. Will you do an interview with Kate? I have reached out to them, so I think I am going to interview Kate, but that probably won't come until next week. I definitely want to interview her for sure, for sure. Will you be able to meet Conan? You seem to admire him pretty much. I think I will. I reached out to do an interview, but if not, I would love to just even hang out with him in Euro Club. I would love to meet him. I just think we would. I think we would hit it off. Hector says Russia winner. I don't know. I haven't seen the staging in person, but of the clips that I saw, I wasn't moved. Someone said Albania winner. Yeah, Steven said Russia ain't winning Eurovision. So how is Israel so far? I can't really comment. Tonight I am gonna try and get out and explore a little bit more, but I really just got here. I really just got here. So Eris says, I discovered you recently. You're my favorite American Eurovision fan. I'm trying. I'm trying to be. Top 3 favorite staging from today. I'd probably put Australia on top. And I probably follow it up with Cyprus staging. If we're just talking about staging, I probably followed up with Cyprus. And then, I mean, look, I understand some people are disappointed in what Portugal did, but as someone who didn't see the first rehearsal, I love it. Someone asked, Thomas says, "What do you want from France's staging tomorrow?" What would I want from France's staging tomorrow? Something that's going to make it impactful and memorable because the song is, a B-side from 1997 off a Brandy album that Brandy was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to record this." Alberto says, "I'm your biggest fan from Spain." Hey. Chris, am I going to like interview Katerin? Yes, I am. I'm probably going to interview her tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Felicia says, "What do you think about Sweden's song and staging?" Sweden didn't rehearse today, so I didn't see that. How do I feel about the general camera work so far? It seems like too many wide shots and distant angles. Reminds me of Kiev. I don't know if it's as bad as Kiev. I've only seen the rehearsals today, so I can't speak about it in a holistic way. But that was one of my biggest complaints from Kiev, and everyone looked not that good. Point blank. Today, I thought it was actually okay. Someone said, Antonio said, "Why aren't you a part of Wee Wee Blogs?" Because I have my own channel, and I'm based in the U.S., and so I'm on my own schedule. Doug Dawson, who has the best vocal? I mean, I could say, because we're talking about today, the best vocal of today was probably Australia. I mean, in Hungary's vocal today was very, very good. Vladistar says, do you think Cyprus could not qualify? Absolutely not. Cyprus is qualifying. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. Who is my biggest grower? Of the bunch today, I would say Belarus is my biggest grower. Definitely. What do I want from Italy staging tomorrow? What I want is not too much, not too little. I want something that's just right. Miles Johnson, who vocally underwhelmed today? To be honest, kind of, I think a lot of people vocally underwhelmed today. Like the people that you thought would be good were kind of coming across a little bit womp womp. But then some of the people who you wouldn't think that, the people that you would think were not going to vocally deliver, i.e. Finland, did and sounded great. ESC Romania, will you interview Esther? If I can. I mean, look, y'all, I'm a team of one right now. Well, really, I'm a team of one in life. Dafo's going to come and help me next week. But it is very difficult to see rehearsals and then try and get these interviews. Chris says, do you think they're saving their vocals? Unfortunately, no one is, and they should be. They should be. Someone said, is Madonna already there? I doubt it, but I don't know. Who cares? Do you like that it could be the new Volney? Who? Hold on. Who could be the new Volney? I gotta get into these comments because I'm really curious who you think could be the next Volney. Because I hope you're not talking about Belarus, because it absolutely is not the next Volney. Because Volney was popping from jump. Not to mention, I mean, just the essence of that performance was so of the performer, and I think Zena's putting on a little. I think she's kind of acting, which is not bad, but sometimes it's like, are we miscasting this role? Does that make any sense? I don't know. Domino, are people under 18 allowed there? In the press center, I don't know, but also like, I mean, if you're in the press center, you would have to have like a job and function. So unless you're interning somewhere, I don't know how you would be here, or what you would be here for. Someone asked, Ben asked, do you think Azerbaijan could win? It's possible, because it's a good song. I haven't seen the staging, but from what I hear, the staging is good. Poland, I do think Poland is in trouble, but I loved the staging. I thought it looked really good, and I loved the track. I think they're borderline. I think they're borderline. Leon, are people missing Bulgaria, and is there a sense of wishing Kazakhstan was there too? I haven't heard anyone talk about Kazakhstan, but I can say for me personally, I kind of miss Bulgaria. I do, because they just give us quality, they really, really do. So, Ener H says, do you think Spain is dark horse? No. So someone sort of said, hold on. Benny Mata, hi Alicia, I'm also from America. What do you what do I think? Australia is climbing up in the polls. It's absolutely deserved it, and I would not be surprised to see it in the top 5. It should kind of be in the top 5. It needs to be in the top 5, and real talk, Sweden and Russia probably need to go on and get up out of there. Because Australia should be in the top 5. From what I hear of the staging of Azerbaijan, I think it deserves to be there just based off the fact that I think it is a strong song. Someone said Hungary is definitely not a borderline now. I think it's borderline. I think it's borderline. I actually had it as a surefire qualifier, and off of today's rehearsal, I'm putting it in my borderline category. Jamie, how did you get into the rehearsal? I have accreditation. Yeah. So have you seen the staging of North Macedonia? I have not seen the staging of North Macedonia. Meisterhood, do you think the juries will hate Iceland? They definitely could. Alim Salim says, Sweden and Russia prove the odds are low-key rigged. But I think they're going off of historical performance. And I think historically speaking, I get it. What else? If Australia, ESC Lover says, if Australia wins, who do you think will host? I think it'll be either Germany, the UK, or Sweden. I think that's pretty much what Sweden, and if it's in Sweden, probably Gothenburg. Joanna Lima, do you think juries will love more Telemovish do I think the juries will love Telemovish more than the televote? I don't know. In theory, the juries should love Telemovish more than the televote because the juries are supposed to be music professionals. So, I don't know. Two of the dancers from Cyprus 2018 are in Switzerland's 2019 performance. I know. Okay. Emily Page, would you want USA to join Eurovision? I've answered this question numerous times. You should check out my blog at ESC Extra. No, no, I do not. Eurovision Central, what do you think about the change in the voting system this year? Well, it's not really a change. It's just a change in how they're presenting the votes this year. And let me see. My opinion on North Macedonia qualifying. I can't speak. I haven't seen the staging. I heard the staging was very good and clean. So, you know, I gotta see it though. What else? You said Tamta would have stronger vocals than Alesia. What do you think now? Well, no, the thing is Alesia didn't really have that challenging of a song. Like the vocal in Fuego is not as challenging as Replay. So I don't really think that you can compare. I just don't. Opinion on Lithuania qualifying, it's not. It's not. Nikita Eurofan, Eurovision will be broadcast in America. No, it will not. So you can just pull it from SVT or I think the Dutch and German broadcasters, you can stream it online. Best Balkan country this year. Well, are we including Greece? Because Greece would probably be the best Balkan country if we're including Greece. It's in the region. So, yeah. Dion says, Sasha Jean-Baptiste needs new ideas. Tamta is literally doing Armenia 2017 hand moves. But it has to be a signature, and I wasn't getting any Armenia 2017 vibes. Not to mention most people at home are not going to be like, oh, God, those are the hand movements from 2017. So, yeah. And so then Philip says Czech Republic. We didn't actually get Czech Republic staging today. They just like didn't stream the rehearsal at all to the press center. So they're asking, your mother asked, who will place worse out of the big five? Germany, probably Germany, I think. Yeah. Okay, I one comment. I really think Switzerland blew any chances of winning this year with their staging copying aspects of Fuego and copying Emir's costume. No, most people are not going to remember that. They're not. Someone asked, do I think Serbia will qualify? Probably. I think, yeah. Someone asked, Alesia, is Poland in your final after rehearsals? I haven't worked it out and like kind of done the charting, but off of what I saw today, it was really good. It was really, really, really good. It was really good. Evan says, heard the revamp of Israel? I have not. Warrior asked, what do you think about Malta Chameleon? You should watch my top 10 video. So that should already tell you something. Leon, hi. Alexi asked, do I like Romania's song? I do. I do. I've said that. Domino said, isn't the stadium small? I actually didn't go in there today. I just really wanted to watch the rehearsal. So I was kind of between the rehearsals and the interview room and the press conference room. So I don't know about that. What else? Philip asked, who has the best LED? Finland. It looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. And who do I think is truly a dark horse this year? And I'm assuming you mean like dark horse to win. I mean Azerbaijan in a way, because no one was really checking for them. I said Australia because everyone was hating on them. They spent like the larger part of our early Eurovision season just like hating on Kate Miller-Heidke and Zero Gravity, and now they're all eating their words because the staging is absolutely epic and beautiful. Rob, Belgium going to qualify? After watching the rehearsal today, no, I'm not confident in that. Well, I hate that because I like that song. Chris, can we take a moment and acknowledge the fact that this is indeed a strong year with lots of great songs? I've been saying that. Once we got all the songs, I was like, wow. Wow. Someone's asking me, where would I have placed Ukraine? Ukraine would have been in my top 10. Ukraine would have definitely been in my top 10. Not to mention the fact that when they would have gotten on the stage here in Tel Aviv, it would have been beautiful. It would have been absolutely amazing. And the thing is, I actually kind of feel like Maruv, although hypersexual, I don't know. It just, because she's that girl, everything just it was going to look so good. It really is a shame that Ukraine is not here, because they really would have done things. Someone asked, can I do a tour of the press area? I'm probably going to do a nice video, like edited and stuff. I'm not going to pick up my laptop right now and just be walking around. Like I've seen like a couple of people do that. I'm like, no. Anne-Marie, are you going to meet Duncan? Hopefully. Shannon, what's your opinion on the UK song? I really like it. You should watch some of my other videos. I really do. Doug, which performance today is the most polished? You know, Australia was my winner for today, but I still felt like she's getting a little bit comfortable with being on that thing, obviously, and getting used to what that's like. So I'd have to give it to Finland. Finland's performance looked like an interval. It looked professional. Sebastian sounded great. The LEDs were beautiful. Yeah, Finland was just great. Vanessa, is the stairs bigger for Portugal, like you asked? They're not. And it just looks like when you see all these other countries with this kind of epic staging, and then you just see like LEDs and then like a dink dink like staircase that leads to nowhere. I don't know. I needed some like augmented reality or something else. But again, at the end of the day, it's still a song that's in my top 10 of this year of all of Eurovision. So someone asked, is Portugal in your top 10 in the semifinal? Boo boo, Portugal is in my top 10 of Eurovision 2019. Okay. Oop, oop. What else? Someone asked, what should Belgium change about their performance? Oh God. I wish I could just say one thing. I will say this disclaimer. I just had a different vision in my mind for how that they would showcase it, and they're just not showcasing it in the way that I thought that they would, which I don't know if I can even really punish them for that. Oh, someone asked, do you think Belarus is dressed a little inappropriate for a 16-year-old? I talked about this earlier when I talked about Belarus's entry, and yeah, I actually do. And the thing is, she's not showing a lot of skin, so it's not that, but it's still, the fashions are a little bit, like, let me put this into perspective for you. So Zena is 16. but she's kind of dressing and acting like she's 21, but like you're not. And the thing is, I think the song is actually age appropriate. I do. I mean, she's not talking about a whole lot. Like, she's singing like a nice, cute song, and I wish that they would have styled her cute. And even like the dancers, like we couldn't get some young dancers that look like they're her age. Because then it's like they have her with these like grown dancers, and it just kind of, maybe I'm acting like a mom or something like that, and I probably am. But it was off-putting to me, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that aspect of the performance where it's like, okay, you're 16, going on like 25. Now, to counter this, did y'all know Nevena is 24? 24. Yeah. So Dom B, Alesia, were you slayed by Belarus? No. Like, and she's doing a lot of like, give me a sign. Like, I just am like, girl. Like my one word reaction to Belarus was like, she tried it. And that's really how I feel overall. Like, you trying, girl. But I will say, like, I do think Belarus is probably going to qualify now off of seeing the staging and everything. Because the thing is, y'all don't really care about that. Like, I know how to divorce myself from the things that I just kind of feel and what I'm picking up on and what people at home are largely going to pick up on. Vid one, do you think Slovenia will qualify? I actually do. I do. If they didn't qualify, I would not be surprised. But I hope they do. Meisterhood asks, who will have the biggest jury televote discrepancy? For semifinal one, probably between like Hungary and Iceland, like where juries might consistently be giving points to Hungary. But like, I think the televote, I think Hungary might potentially become forgettable. And then I think with Iceland, I think that discrepancy is going to be like the televote, but then the juries will tank it. But then again, I feel like there's been so much hype around Iceland that juries would probably be embarrassed not to have it in their top 10. So they might give them points just because. Someone said, are you satisfied with the Greek staging? Well, I haven't seen it really. So I just saw the clip. What I saw of the clip, it looked good, but I got to see the whole package. Chris said, Nevena needs less makeup. She's beautiful. I don't even know if it's just crazy to me because it's not like she looks old. But when I found out she was 24, I'm like, I'm older than you? I'm like, oh, okay. It was just surprising to me. But it's like, not like she looks old. So it was weird. Which country do you wish to have changed their staging completely from the national selection? I mean, today, it's hard to say because I'm like, I don't know because we have so many internally selected folks from today. Low-key, I wish almost Belarus would have kept the staging that they had in the national selection because I thought she looked really, and then just add some like, some set pieces and pyro because I thought she looked really cute in the national selection. And again, age appropriate, whereas now it's almost like, I don't want to say like they're competing like Fuego, but it's almost like they looked at Eleni Ferreira and were like, oh yeah, girl, let's have that. But it's like Eleni Ferreira is not even a girl. Like, she's a woman, Tamata's a woman. Is what it is. Which song had the biggest impact today? Australia. Matthew, what's your favorite Eurovision song of all time? Mine's Kelle Kelle. Oh, I like that one. It's funny because I think at one point I was like, Calm After the Storm. I'm going to say I've been getting back into Doom Tech Tech though. And actually, I've been getting back into Doom Tech Tech, and I don't even remember the name of the actual title, but like the Turkish song, hey, yeah, I've been getting back into that one. Tell me 3 dark horses from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2. That's a fun one. Let me try that. From semifinal 1, dark horse, Finland might surprise y'all and qualify because, again, like I said, the staging was actually really, really tight and good. I think Portugal could not be. I think Portugal could end up not being as divisive as a lot of us like Eurovision fan bubble folks think. So I could see that. And I guess I got one more from semifinal 1 of a dark. I'm going to call they're so high in the odds that I think calling them a dark horse is not really that fair. But maybe Poland ends up being the dark horse to qualify from semifinal 1. I know when the song first came out, people found it really divisive. But again, I thought the staging was really fresh. They look beautiful. I mean, the styling is just perfect. And there is something to be said for showing up at your rehearsal in full hair, makeup, and costume, which Montenegro did not show up in full makeup and hair. And it's like, come on, y'all, put your makeup on. Honestly, like D-Mol made me feel like a stage mom today because it's like I want them to do well and I want them to look back on this and feel proud. And, you know, I felt like a stage mom. From semifinal 2, my dark horses would be, well, Denmark, because honestly, I don't like Denmark's song, and I really don't want them in the final, but they might end up there, so there's that. Some of y'all were trying to pretend like Moldova was about to be a dark horse, and I don't agree, / like, I would not want that to happen. What else? At this point, I guess we can't say that Azerbaijan would be a dark horse from semifinal 2 because they're now, I think, top 5 in the betting odds. So I don't think that we can say that. And what else? What else would be a dark horse from? Yeah, maybe Albania, even though I think Albania has plenty of hype around it because it sounds so good, but it isn't like at the top 10 of the betting odds. So maybe Albania. And then I guess North Macedonia, because look, I'm not gonna lie, I did not want to get my hopes up for North Macedonia because I really love the song, and I really love like Tamara. I really love her energy. I think she's charismatic, and I think she is a seasoned professional. But I didn't want to get my hopes up because we know how Macedonia likes to let us down when it comes to the staging. But I've heard good things, so I'm looking forward to seeing that rehearsal. And just FYI, we've got like 15 more minutes left, and then I'm going to sign off. So if you have any last questions, definitely drop them in. Someone asked if I think Armenia is a dark horse. I don't think Armenia is a dark horse because at this point, I don't think that Armenia is qualifying. And I didn't even see that rehearsal, so I'm going to wait for real. But just off of the styling and the fact that she's alone on the stage, I just think is like the styling. Look, y'all, I'm short. Okay, I'm short. I'm gonna show y'all something. Okay, I'm short. So when you are styling short people, you don't want to cut anything off. You want to choose things and lines that elongate. So I'm gonna just show y'all real quick. Okay, so I have on some high-waisted pants. Yeah. So then when you look, so I've got high-waisted pants that go to like my sneakers. So I'm short, but what I have on is making my legs look longer than what they are. I have high-waisted pants on, so they're making my legs look longer because, you know, the waist is a little bit higher up. And, they're like, Armenia, like, she's not that tall, and her in this blazer thing with then a little bit of thigh showing and these high-waisted boots, you look short, like, because you're cutting off at a place where it's not like a natural cut point. Like, you want to cut off at your waist. Like, if we're doing some short shorts, then they need to be high short shorts, and then we just need leg and a stiletto or a strappy heel. But like, say they dropped the thigh highs and then gave her ankle boots, again, it's going to make her look short. She would need like stilettos to elongate the legs. Like, styling is important. Dennis said, is Romania dark horse? The thing is, Romania is probably not going to win, so I don't feel confident saying that it's a dark horse, because I'm thinking like, oh, is it a dark horse to win? And I don't think it's a dark horse to win. Dom asked, Alesia, what do you think about Lithuania's chances? They're staying in the semi. I haven't even seen the staging, but I feel pretty confident that it's going to stay in the semi. Slash, I think that they said, you know, yeah, I mean, the staging is pretty much the same as the national selection. Vanessa, thank you, girl. I mean, I work out. I try. What is this? Prince. So Prince always wore high waist pants and high heels. Well, see, he knew what he was doing. High waisted pants to elongate the legs. You want to elongate. You don't want to cut people off at odd places. So the styling is just an absolute miss. So ESC Romania, did you like the staging from Romania in the clip? I did, but I was expecting it to be good. Unknown, is Lithuania a dark horse? Absolutely not. Eleni J, what do you think about Georgia? I thought the staging was very good, but I don't think it's going to qualify. Vladistar, what staging for you was disappointing? Belgium. Harvey, do you think Zena could qualify now? You look great. Thank you. And yeah, I do think Zena could qualify. Whatever. Someone asked, where's my girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend, but Daffo is going to come next week. Would I come to Greece if Greece wins? Of course. Ireland, I haven't seen the staging yet. Poland or Belgium. I mean, Poland was much better today. What else? Is Romania a dark horse to qualify in the final? I don't think that Romania was ever a dark horse to qualify in the final. I think Romania is definitely qualifying. To me, I think it's going to qualify. Someone said, would you go to Azerbaijan if they win? I would try, if I can afford it. ESC RTE, thank you. I try. Someone said, Pavel, what if Kate from Australia drops the microphone? Who would give her a new one? I don't know. Someone said Czech Republic dark horse to win. Heard it here first. No. And I love Czech Republic, but it's not winning. Someone said, are the odds kind of spoilers? Maybe a little bit. Like, maybe there are aspects of it, but but at the end of the day, how can it be a spoiler thing when people vote? I mean, vote at home. Like, are people looking like, oh, who are the odds? Top 3. Okay, that's who I'm voting for. If so, I don't think people should do that. ESC lover, I really want a Balkan country to win. Who do you think has the most chances? If we're including Greece in that bucket, I think Greece has a strong chance of possibly winning. Piu says Norway shocker non-qualifier. Again, I have not seen any of the rehearsals for semifinal 2, so I can't completely speak to that. But I feel like Norway's going to qualify. I really do. What's my favorite song in the Big 5? Italy. And I actually did a video of my top 5. So Italy's probably my favorite. Simple things. I'm worried about the UK tomorrow. Thoughts? I'm not really worried about the UK. I think it's going to be good. I think it's really going to be good. I do. Kate, do you think that politics block voting will ever leave Eurovision? No, and I think that's also a big reason why Serbia may qualify, actually. Not that it's a bad song, not that it doesn't deserve it or anything, but I do think Serbia is getting pushed into the finals simply off of, kind of diaspora support and people like really being proud. Domino, will you do a live tomorrow? Of course, I'm going to do a live just like I'm doing one right now with my reactions to all of the rehearsals for the day. Pedro, what other Eurovision blogger do you like? I honestly don't listen or watch a lot of other Eurovision bloggers just because I like to keep my opinions kind of clear. But I did look at Wee Wee Blog's reviews last week, just so I had some frame of reference for what I was about to be experiencing today. Okay, we've got literally like 5 minutes left, and then I'll be signing off. Ivana, hi, Alesia. Greetings from Croatia. And you're a fan of Rocco, but you can't vote for him if you're from there, if you still live there, correct? Do you think the triangle stage thing that moves people down is pointless? I mean, it's pointless if no one uses it, but Finland is using it. I saw them utilize it today. I think it's fine. What else? Don B, do you think the final will be Baltic free this year? No, I don't. Do I think Estonia can go through? Off of the rehearsals that I saw today, because they really never got it together with the effects, that'd be a big no. Nadav, are you excited to see the postcards? I guess that'd be a no. Which is your first name, surname? Which is your favorite, Bigger Than Us or Too Late for Love? Bigger Than Us. Psy babies. Which countries are constantly letting themselves down when it comes to the live shows? For me, Belgium and North Macedonia. I think historically speaking, yes. I think North Macedonia has apparently elevated this year. Belgium is not. Dylan, hey Alesia, 2:42 a.m. in Australia. Thanks for the live stream. Thank you for watching. And go to bed. It's okay. You can go to sleep. Benny, how was Tel Aviv for you? I just got here, so I really can't say anything. Sea Bear, do you think there's any chance of Ireland going through or Romania? I think Romania is definitely going through. Ireland, unlikely. I love her though, and I love that song. It just, honestly, if the running order was better, I feel like that would really help Ireland, but I'm not confident. Someone said Better Love or Hatari Musigra. Better Love. I mean, but that was like, this is my personal taste. Like, Better Love is higher for me. I just realized if Italy win, there will be 25 finalists. Hey, right? Sounds good to me. Someone said, Pedro, please give me your opinion about Portugal. I already talked about Portugal, so I'm not going to go there. Ray Possible, most overrated songs this year. It's funny because it's probably like between Sweden or Russia, except for the fact that I think Sweden's a really good song and I think it's really accessible. So I can see why it's so high on the betting odds, but I do think Russia is probably the most overrated this year, but I haven't even seen the staging yet for real, so I don't know if I even want to go there. Is Greece title creative? Sure, I don't know. Michael Steele, what airline did you fly with? Turkish. Who do I think will be very underrated? I guess potentially Portugal, if we're talking about Portugal not making it to the final, which would be, again, my worst nightmare. What else? Apparently, Italian media reports that Mahmoud is very ill and might not perform at all. I don't think he's not performing at all. Yeah, I don't. Do you believe that Greece can be top 10? Absolutely. I haven't seen Greece's staging yet. Will we be getting more real talk questions from you on Twitter? Well, I could keep it going in theory. I really only had it as like my countdown, because to me now it's like, now we're just having real talk. You know what I'm saying? Dancing Electro, do you think there will be any stage invaders like what happened last year? I hope not, because that scared me so much. You could go back and watch like my live stream. I was like, oh my God, what happened? I was shook. Like all through Serbia's performance last year, I just was like, I can't even. I was like, what just happened? Okay, Doozy, what are you doing? Hey, we see you. Vladistar, do you think jury should be removed from the semifinals? I don't know. I feel like I understand the point of having juries, and if the juries do their job, that would be great. Um, Marco, do you find the hall too small? I have not been in there yet. Andrew, will you be hosting any more Eurovision events in Tel Aviv? I have 2 events. Both of them are happening at the Abraham Hostel. You should definitely come through. I'm going to be hosting a Eurovision karaoke night with a live band, so you actually get to perform with a live band. It's pretty cool. So they have select songs that are like, I would say, Eurovision classics and greatest hits. So if you are in Israel and you're looking for something to do, the event is free. You don't have to have accreditation or anything like that. So definitely come through. That's this Sunday with a live band, 8 p.m. Israel time. And then next Friday, I'm doing my meet and greet and live stream that will incorporate all the folks that come through for that. So that's going to be super dope. I'm really excited about that. Someone, you're asking about Azerbaijan. Like, I already talked about Azerbaijan, so you could go back and talk about that. But I also, I also, so, what else? How's the weather in Tel Aviv? Perfect. Dancing electro. Do you think the juries sometimes purposely don't give points to the songs that are high with the bookies? I don't think so. I don't think it really works like that. I just don't. Who has the worst costume this year? I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen all of them. But again, I'm really not a fan of Zena's styling. I'm trying to think of some other styling that I didn't like today. I did say with Cyprus, I wish she was in a stiletto as opposed to the chunky heel. But I recognize it's like they gave her the chunky heel because she's moving around. But I would have preferred like a stiletto, I'm like styling that I didn't like today. Yeah, really like Belarus because it's not age appropriate. I thought it was inappropriate. Nope. Someone said, what do you think of Conan's green? I like it. I get it. I think it looks great. The only thing I miss is I miss the arrow. I like the handpiece that the dancer had and he had. And even if you just wanted to give the handpiece to the dancer, I kind of missed that a little bit. Someone said, I think Croatia has the worst outfit. I haven't seen it yet, but I did see that they kept the wings and they're now gold. Now I'm kind of like, can we go back to the white? Good God. ESC Lover, you liked Finland styling? I don't really like it, but I also feel like if he was just in jeans and a leather jacket, then I'd be like, why are you just in jeans and a leather jacket? You know what I mean? So at least it's like a look. At least it's an outfit. Someone said, I think Georgia will be the shock qualifier. It shouldn't. It shouldn't qualify. Someone says, do you think Sweden needs to send a woman next year and switch it up? I don't think they have to send a woman. I just think that they have to send something a little bit different for them. I think they need to get out of their comfort zone a little bit and try something new. I'd like to see them do that. Alesia, what do you think about the styling of Belgium? Actually, I thought it looked good. Like, looking at the whole performance, I didn't mind the styling, but I did mind the staging. So yeah, okay. Miss Papa says, bring back Aminata Latvia. Well, to be honest, I don't even know if they should bring her back because that one song that she wrote in the national selection this year was not very good. So maybe bring her back, but let somebody else write the song. Leon, will Australia be invited back next year? They just signed a contract to be here for the next 5 years. So we know that's happening. And David says, do you believe Sweden will flop with the public again? I don't know. I don't think they'll flop with the public because I don't think the public has like memory like that. I think people just vote for what they like. And I do think Too Late for Love, it's a good track and it's so inoffensive that I think people will throw their weight behind it. And I think he'll get more points than Benjamin did last year. But I think also Benjamin was having like vocal issues last year. Dom B. Alesia, was Monica better than Jury Juice? Or Jury Use? Well, I think the song that she ended up picking, I liked the other one. The song that she ended up picking to go to the final, I think I like the other one better. Yeah. Do you think Cyprus will select something similar to Fuego and replay if Tamata does well? I think they'll switch it up. I think they've done it now twice, and if they do well again, that's great. But I think they'll switch it up. Yeah. ESC Romania, will there be geo blocking again? I hope not. No, there is going to be geo blocking again. Oh well. Is your personal top 3 still the same after the Netherlands first rehearsal? Well, I didn't really see the first rehearsal. I'm not going to react off of like a clip of a rehearsal. I need to see more than that personally. Yeah, I need to see more about that. But I mean, so as of now, my top 3 is still the same. I can't really shift it that much because I only saw the rehearsals of today. But maybe my overall ranking will shift. But I said next week I'll do a video where I'm going to share my full live, like my full ranking, not live. I'm going to record it and then share my full ranking before the grand final. Joanna Lima, Conan's really sad about the rehearsal. Is he sad? Do we know that? I don't. Is he sad? I don't know. Again, I'm still in love with the song. Like, I think that they could do more. I think that there's room for improvement to like tighten up the camera angle. I just feel like when they had the national selection, I really loved those jump clips where they would just show him and it would be black, and then show a flash and it'd be black. I could have more of that. Because I think even when they did it in the national final, I was like, ooh, we could have done more of that. My biggest surprise from today, actually Finland, because everyone had been saying that Sebastian's vocal wasn't good and that they didn't think that Finland was going to qualify. And I was like, well, it's a strong song, so I kind of hope it does qualify. But I thought it was very good. It looked very sleek and professional. And I said this before, I'll say it again. It looked like a professional music performance that I would see at a at an award show. It was very, very well done. There was nothing amateur about it. The dancer was great. So good. Okay. Well, I already went over a little bit. That's all of my live stream for today. What do you think? You know, you can talk to me in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Talk to me in the comments below. Do you disagree? Talk to me in the comments below. I am going to be back with another live stream tomorrow, giving you all of my real talk. You know, I'll be telling the truth. You know, I'll be spilling the tea. I'm not trying to be nice to anybody for the sake of being nice, because at the end of the day, I want all of these countries to do their best, and they're not going to do their best if we just keep telling them, oh, it was great. Oh, it was great. Oh, you look fabulous. Oh, you look fabulous. Like, if you think something could be improved upon, you got to ask them and give them somewhere to go. You got to let them know how to improve. And that's really how I play. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm not trying to make anyone cry. I really, really am saying this stuff because I want everyone to be great, because I want years. I mean, this year is already a pretty strong year, but I want years where I'm going into the final, like, who knows who will win? Where I'm going into the semifinal, like, who knows who will qualify? Because everyone is just coming with quality and their A++++ game. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. And I will also say, share with your friends. Tell your friends about me. I love talking Eurovision. Y'all know I love talking Eurovision. So please spread the word, share it, and I will be back tomorrow giving you more great content. All right, I'm here in Tel Aviv. I'm excited about it. Let's get excited. I hope you're excited for Eurovision 2019. All right, bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.